Get it, but how tense was that to go from 27 to 3 there in the fourth quarter?
It's an interesting game, just to be put in that position overall as a group. There's a lot of adversity along the way to be able to continue to stay focused throughout the course of the game. And really, I told the guys they deserve to win, but at the same time, we were a little bit, cautious and lucky at the end of the game. But I think for overall, we'll take the win.
Jacque, it seemed like the fourth quarter was a microcosm of what you've discussed over the last week. The team doesn't handle adversity well. Why is this team so fragile?
Well, I think we've been put in positions and that we haven't been put in before in different states of the game. This is a fourth quarter game. We're coming off multiple losses in a row. You want to win at home. I'm counted on to do my job. Productivity matters whether or not we win or lose. Those are different positions our guys have had to be in the past.
What can you do as a coach to ameliorate that, to end that, to reduce it?
I think we continue to address it. That's the first thing. But I thought we showed poise down the stretch, whether it was Kyle O'Quinn making free throws for us, whether it's inbound the basketball with 0 timeouts left in the game. For me, I look at the improvement in that sense, but also the reality of it, the discipline that we need to continue to maintain a 20-point lead.
Coach, going back to that, sort of piggybacking off of Josh's question with the composure late in the game, before the examples of poise that you mentioned, inbounding with no timeouts, etc. We saw Kyle slap the floor in frustration, Victor throw his hands up. What do you make of your team's body language in this situation and just in general when you guys face adversity?
Yeah, they thought they got fouled. So those were the examples thinking that they got fouled. But overall, we're a group that we try to stay positive throughout the course of the game, and that's always a challenge when things aren't going your way. We'll continue to address it, and we'll continue to improve. What I do love about this group is we lost multiple games in a row, and we kept the team to 30 points in the first half. So while you can definitely look at some negative, we'll pull some positive out of this also.
Coach, you spoke earlier about Kyle O'Quinn. Talk about his play tonight and how it changed defensive rebounding-wise, and how much of this game has improved since you put him in the starting lineup.
Well, he's a vocal guy, which really helps our group. And so, back line of the defense, he's able to talk to guys in front of him. He's improving on guarding, shooting bigs, which is a challenge for him because he hasn't been put in those positions before. So he's improving that way. But you see his physicality, his ability to block shots at the rim, be a presence for us at the rim. We need it.
Coach, before the game, you kind of talked about moving Evan and Chang to the bench in an attempt to have a little bit better balance. How did you feel the balance was off the bench compared to what you got from your starters tonight?
I thought overall, I quickly looked at the box score, but the shots that our guys got off the bench were really good. I thought Ben really added to that group, the second unit, but the balance of having Ben and Evan and Shannon on the floor at the same time worked out pretty well with the physicality and also the ability to defend with Elford and KO in the first group.
Coach, you called timeout 33 seconds into the third quarter. It don't look like you were taking any chances then, even with a 23-point lead at halftime. What did you tell them? And apparently, did it sink in? I mean, you played well the rest of the third quarter, but certainly what happened in the fourth quarter was cause for concern.
Yeah, it was addressing discipline. We had a breakdown, a defensive breakdown that we had gone over. We had stopped it in the first quarter. We stopped it in the second quarter. We allowed a layup in the third quarter. And so my point to our guys is the very first possession of the game is just as important as the first possession in the third quarter or the 16th possession in the second quarter. They're all the same. So that's what we want to get to with our discipline. And so I needed to address it right then.
Jacque, are you concerned about your team's defensive play when Vooch and Fryer are a team together? It seems as though those are two finesse players playing power positions. Do you need to balance that out with a physical player, either when Vooch is in the game or Fry is in the game?
I think you get that with the change of lineup. Tonight we did Dedmon and Channing grouped together, and also Kyle and Nick grouped together. So we'll continue to look at our big matchups. But overall, the game it varies. You know, sometimes you have shooting bigs that you have to guard against. Sometimes you have powerful bigs you have to play against. But we're still searching. I think we're finding a better area where our two bigs are able to complement each other.
Talking about the positives, on the defensive end, you noted gave up 30, close to 30 points in the first half. What did you see differently in the way you guys approached the defensive end in the first half, and how do you get that intensity and focus for a full 48 minutes?
Sometimes you lose this game. That's what happens. Luckily, we came out on top, but it's already been addressed after the game, and we'll go from there. But it's a learning process of being in those situations and realizing you can still lose this game. And that focus, that's the discipline we've been talking about. We'll continue to address it. It's sinking in at the rate that I want it to, no, but we'll continue to press on, though.
Coach, talk about Alfred's second half. He goes from that very aggressive 10-point third quarter to the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, he gets intentionally fouled, and you have to kind of pull him after that. Just what type of message do you give him after that?
I didn't say anything to him, except I didn't like the pass that he threw to Kyle in the third quarter when they were making a run back, coming back into the game. He's a starter right now, so he sets the tone for our group at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the third quarter, and he'll accept that challenge.
No one have anything else? Okay, 10:45 tomorrow morning.